Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. I know that usually I say that the topic that I had to come up with was really hard. I didn't know what to talk about, but actually, this week it was very easy to know what I was going to talk about because it's something that I'm actually going through right now. And I know that other people are going through it. I know that probably many of us have already gone through it. And the topic is waiting. Many times we see other people get what they're praying for. And we kind of are like, God, I've been praying for this for a really long time and I don't see you answering my petition. And sometimes we get frustrated and discouraged, and it's easy to complain to God and wonder, God, what are you doing? I've been praying for this for a really long time and I don't see you working in me. I don't see you working in this petition that I have. And it's easy to complain and to grumble. It's easy to be like, why do I see other people getting this and not me? What am I doing wrong? The Israelites had been promised by God that they would get a land flowing with milk and honey. God had already promised that to them. Yet many times they fixed their eyes on where they were at then. We're in the desert, God. Why did you take us out of Egypt to bring us here to the desert? Really? Instead of fixing their eyes on God, they fixed their eyes on their situation. And they trusted in that more than they trusted in the promises that God had already given them. Brothers and sisters, we are called to wait upon the Lord. So many times in Scripture, we read about people that waited for God, that fixed their eyes on God instead of their circumstances. One of my favorite Bible verses or Psalms is Psalms 40. And it starts off by saying, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he turned to me, and he heard my cry. He lifted me up out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him. The person writing this seemed to be facing a pretty hard situation. He found himself in the slimy pit, in the mud and mire. Yet, they waited for God. Charles Spurgeon once said, we shall not grow weary of waiting upon God if we remember how long and how graciously he once waited for us. It's hard to wait, guys. Believe me, there's so many things I've been praying for a while now. There's so many things I've been asking God for. And I've seen other people receive the things I've been praying for. But I find strength in the Lord because I remember that he is faithful, that we can trust in his promises. And the petitions that he has answered in the past give me hope for my present petitions and even my future petitions. If we fix our eyes on God, it's easier to trust him and to remember how faithful he has been in the past. And I would like to read a poem before ending that has helped me in my waiting. And this poem is called Wait. It's by Russell Kelfer. Here it goes. Desperately, helplessly, longingly I cried. Quietly, patiently, lovingly he replied. I pleaded and I wept for a clue to my fate. And the master so gently said, Child, you must wait. Wait? You said, wait? My indignant reply, Lord, I need answers. I need to know why. Is your hand shortened, or have you not heard? By faith I have asked, and I'm claiming your word. My future and all to which I can relate hangs in the balance, and you tell me wait? I'm needing a yes, a go-ahead sign, or even a no to which I can resign. And Lord, you have promised that if we believe, we need but to ask, and we shall receive. And Lord, I've been asking, and this is my cry. I'm weary of asking. I need a reply. Then quietly, softly, I learned of my fate, as my master replied once again, "You must wait." So I slumped in my chair, defeated and trod, and I grumbled to God, "So I'm waiting for what?" He seemed then to kneel, and his eyes met with mine, and he tenderly said, "I could give you a sign. I could shake the heavens, darken the sun, raise the dead, and cause mountains to run. All you see I could give, and pleased you would be. You would have what you want, but you wouldn't know me. You'd not know the depth of my love for each saint. You'd not know the power that I give to the faint. You'd not learn to trust, to see through clouds of despair. You'd not learn to trust just by knowing I'm there. You'd not know the joy of resting in me when darkness and silence was all you could see. You would never experience that fullness of love as the peace of my spirit descends like a dove. You would know that I give and I save for a start, but you'd not know the depth and the beat of my heart, the glow of my comfort late in the night, the faith that I give when you walk without sight, the debt that's beyond getting just what you ask from an infinite God who makes what you have last. And you never would know, should your pain quickly flee, what it means that my grace is sufficient for thee. Yes, your dreams for that loved one over the night would come true, but the loss, if you lost what I'm doing with you. So be silent, my child, and in time you will see that the greatest of gifts is to get to know me. And though often may my answers seem terribly late, my most precious answer of all is still wait. Maybe the point in our waiting is not about getting what we want, but rather about getting to know God, even when we don't understand what He's doing.